to me, the question around same-sex marriage is not really about whether people want to get married or not. I'm like, I am married, and I'm very much in love with the person that I'm married to. And if I could have done it earlier, I would have been done it earlier, right? But to be clear, I feel like one of my personal opinions is that I'm like, I can love being married all day long. My marriage is not going to liberate anybody, right? And so to me, I'm like, how we actually center same-sex marriage is like the main sort of like LGBT win, and pretending like that's going to be the thing that liberates like people that are struggling in poverty, or people who don't have health care, or the only way to build a safety net is actually to do it only in like partnership and or only in a couple formation. To me is like, to me, the fallacy of this whole thing, right? That it's like, I'm like, to me it's actually about family and about connection and about sort of shared safety nets, right? And to me, I'm like, oftentimes the way that people do that is rooted oftentimes in like intimate relationships and the person that they want to build with. But I feel like the larger question to me is that really we shouldn't even have a system where benefits are attached to your private union. Nobody should have to decide whether their taxes are going to be lower or higher and whatnot based on whether they're partnered or not. I think no benefits actually should be attached to a union. I don't think people should have to be in a partnership to get access to those benefits. And I think that that's, to me, part of the reason why I still can't believe that like so many people, and I get that like the emotional core of the issue, that I get. I get the fact that people feel like the state is putting them like itself in between their love, right? And I'm like, I love queer love. I love sexual liberation. I want people to have love and validation that they need in their lives. I want people to be in healthy relationships and partnerships that support them, right? But I also want for the people that don't want to choose that, the people who don't want to be in relationships or be gay married or have, like queer spawn and whatnot. I don't want sort of our win to come at the expense of everybody else who doesn't choose to go that route. And to me, the fact that we continue to prioritize same-sex marriage as sort of like the single issue biggest win of our movement is just a huge fail and a huge disrespect, frankly, to our racial and economic justice values. To me, that I'm like, actually, like there was a reason why Christianity, or why colonialism came hand in hand with the church, because the church was supposed to teach you what real family looked like. And it was supposed to teach you, right, that the man runs the household and the woman does whatever the man says, right? And it's supposed to teach you all of these things. So to me, I'm like, let's actually look at the history of how even like we have shaped our own narrative and imagination about what marriage is and isn't, and about how that actually it's very much informed by a lifelong legacy of power and control and domination, right? And then colonization and whatnot. So to me, I'm like, it actually to me like runs hand in hand. And the fact that people want to have love and the people that want to have family, to me, I'm like, more power to you. Do it. But don't pretend like that your marriage is going to save the movement, and don't pretend that your love is going to liberate people that are in poverty and people who are struggling with homophobic and transphobic violence around the globe. I'm like, it's just not going to happen. I don't see it.